Mobile, Alabama's famous twins are back in the news again. The TikTok twerking rapping twins Consuela and Allie Jones arrested for the umpteenth time. We're going to go ahead and get into the details, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. If you're watching from Mobile, Alabama, let me know below in the comments. Shout out to Sarah Lynn, Pensacola, Chickasaw, Theodore, everybody watching right now from the area. Twins Allie and Consuela Jones, better known on social media as the famous twins Nim and Sway, have been arrested again for assault. On January 16, 2023, at approximately 5:07 p.m., an officer with MPD was working an extra job as security at a neighborhood Walmart located at 2570 Government Boulevard in Mobile. The officer recognized twin Sway, that's Consuela. The 22-year-old had outstanding felony warrants. The MPD off-duty officer went over and approached Sway, and as he attempted to detain her, Sway's sister, twin Nim, that's Allie, struck the officer and fled the scene. Twin Sway was taken to Metro on those outstanding warrants, and then they added additional charges from the events that transpired during the arrest, including resisting arrest, failure to obey, and disorderly conduct. Her sister, twin Nim, the one who struck the Walmart security officer, the off-duty cop, turned herself in later and was charged with 2 counts of second-degree assault and disorderly conduct.
Twin sisters Allie and Consuela Jones back in Metro Jail tonight on new charges. The duo, known on social media as the famous twins, arrested for assault and disorderly conduct.
Fox 10's Lee Peck is on this story for us tonight. Lee, their latest arrest happened last night following a confrontation with a Mobile police officer.
Well, that's right, Shelby and Lenise. Depending on who you ask, they may be social media famous, but locally authorities are very familiar with the Jones sisters, and an off-duty officer actually recognized one of them who was wanted on outstanding felony warrants. It was here last night at the neighborhood Walmart on Government Street that an officer working security recognized Consuela Jones, wanted for outstanding felony warrants. According to Mobile police, as the officer was trying to detain Consuela, her twin sister Allie struck the officer, then fled the scene. Consuela was taken to Metro, where Allie showed up about an hour later to turn herself in. If the sisters look familiar, it's because you've seen them on Fox 10 News before. Who could forget last March when they were arrested after investigators say they live-streamed a shooting at Maitrey Park? A 16-year-old girl and another woman injured after 7 shots were fired. 5 days later, Consuela arrested for possession of marijuana, but it was her arrest last month for allegedly her boyfriend in the neck and arm with a kitchen knife that put her on Fox 10 News fugitive files. She was arrested only to bond out 2 days later. But a judge revoked that bond because she violated the conditions of her original bond they've been looking for ever since. At 22 years old, they both have quite the Metro jail portfolio, and while they're identical twins, you can easily tell them apart, partly because Consuela prefers to flash a smile on her way to Metro. Allie, not so much. Tonight, they both remain in Metro. Consuela charged with outstanding warrants, failure to obey, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. Allie, 2 counts of assault, second degree, and disorderly conduct. And tonight, according to jail records, both sisters are due back in court tomorrow morning for a bond hearing. We'll have to see what happens. Live tonight in studio, Lee Peck, Fox 10 News.
I've been covering these twins ever since they had that drama they caused back in 2021 that led to the destruction of at least 5 different people. And since then, they have continued to wreak havoc in Mobile. The first incident that I'm talking about occurred back in June of 2021. That's when twin Nim was beefing with twin Sway's boyfriend, Henry. One day he was over at their house. Twin Nim, still mad from a previous altercation that she had with her sister's boyfriend, so she wasn't happy that he was there to visit her sister. She started fussing and arguing and called their stepfather, their mom's husband, to come over and confront her sister's boyfriend. The 47-year-old stepdad, James Walter, started arguing with the other twin and her boyfriend. He put hands on both twin Sway and pulled a firearm on her boyfriend Henry, all in the name of supposedly protecting the other twin who called him over. The boyfriend, though, protected himself after the stepdad pulled the gun on him, ended up shooting the stepdad, and he passed away. His girlfriend's best friend was there, Bree. A bullet struck her as well, and she ended up passing away within a week or two. But before the young woman passed away, her 28-year-old boyfriend went to retaliate. He went looking for Twin Sway's boyfriend and shot up what he thought was his apartment. But instead, he ended up taking out an innocent elderly man who had nothing to do with any of these people. That man who lost his life was 74-year-old James Jones. It was absolutely horrible what happened, all from an argument that was escalated that day by twin Nim. 3 people lost their lives: 74-year-old James Jones, their stepfather, 47-year-old James Walter, and one of their friends, 23-year-old Bree. In addition, you had 2 men arrested at that time: Bree's boyfriend, who went to retaliate, as well as the twins' boyfriend. Now, although Twin Sway boyfriend Henry was arrested, the police believe that the shooting was in self-defense because the stepfather had a gun on him. And so even though the friend passed away as well, it was deemed an accident, and Henry was released from jail. Henry and Sway continued their relationship, which led to many arguments with her sister. At one point, they fell out. They weren't talking to each other, but over time, they sort of let it go, and the twins continued to run with each other. It just got to the point where it was undeniable that these twins, they are bad news, and everybody around them vulnerable. Less than 6 months after the altercation that claimed the lives of the 3 people, a little baby boy lost his life when twin Nim was at a man's house overnight. He had his 2-year-old son there, Kylan. The baby got a hold to her gun and accidentally fired it, and sadly the baby did not survive. After that very sad incident with the baby, less than 90 days later, both twins found themselves in trouble once again in March 2022 after they got into a fight at a park, and both sisters fired shots at a group of females, injuring 2 females, a teenager, and a woman. And then 7 months later after that, on October 23rd, 2022, Twin Sway got into an argument with her boyfriend. She confronted him over a social media post and shot him in the neck and the arm. Fortunately for her boyfriend, he did survive. By the way, this was the same boyfriend, the one that was arrested for the shooting involving the loss of their stepdad and her best friend. Yeah, him. They're still together. During the altercation with her boyfriend, she confronted him for putting up a post on social media allegedly surrounding dirty underwear that he said belonged to her. It was very disgusting. The twins said that he was lying on her and that he was being too friendly with females that didn't like her online. They argued for days. This live clip was aired just a couple of days before the altercation.
Don't get on here and show these folks lying on me. I don't even do this. Like, ain't nobody finna keep being with no broke. Like, you been broke. Like, I been praying to God you get rich. You still ain't got rich. All you wanna be is out. You done turned to a op. Like, I hate who be under the op like, when you into it and you into it with her. And niggas be right under that like, her share his and be like, oh, she staying woo. Going on with a nigga say, and right under that hoe, like, oh, I don't know her. Like, I got to screen you off that. Like, I can't be with you. I don't want to be with you. It's just like, you was you was alcoholic. You need to go to drug class. Alcohol hit, yeah, you is. I'm going. I got in the mess where you telling me to buy you a pill. You be trying to get me on the pills. I don't be on it. Girl, bye. Stop trying to cloud chase. I'm not lying. Just like you lied on them drugs, I'm not lying.
I mean, just very toxic. She said over and over that he was broke, he didn't have a job, and kept telling him to leave and go to his mama's house. At the same time, saying that if he left the city to go to his mama's house, he would be considered a fugitive because he owed the court $1,000 or something. And speaking of saying that her Pookie boyfriend was going to be a fugitive, she's the one who ended up on the run not long after this.
Tonight, it's a Fox 10 News Fugitive Files special. One of the self-anointed famous twins in more hot water tonight. Consuela Jones accused of slashing her boyfriend in the neck and arm with a kitchen knife after she confronted him about a social media post he created this past Sunday. Jones and her sister Allie, no strangers to police. Both have been in and out of Metro. If you know where Consuela Jones is, call Mobile Police. Remember, you don't have to leave your name.
But yeah, Sway told everybody that her boyfriend was a junkie and named all these substances that she claimed that he was addicted to. She admitted to calling his probation officer to tell them that he needed to be tested. She said that he's been broke for 5 years and she prayed that he will get rich, but he won't work, and she's been allegedly supporting him and his habit, which explains everything that I've been thinking about these folks for the last 2 years. I wondered what man would stay in a relationship with this toxic woman. And yeah, it all makes sense. This is the caliber of guy that's sticking around this toxic woman and her sister. And it was just crazy that she kept saying all this negative stuff about him. But if he was all of that, why would you be with him for 5 years? Crazy, right? Now, they all really have trash behavior, everyone involved here. And I hoped for better for these women, but apparently they haven't made any positive changes at all. Every time they get in trouble, they are never held accountable. And honestly, I don't think anything is going to happen to them now. When she attacked her boyfriend in October, they did arrest her, but as always, they allowed her to bond out. Her bond was revoked a couple of months ago, and now they're just catching up to her. Obviously, they really haven't been looking for her because she's been hiding in plain sight. Like Sway, she hasn't been hiding at all. She's been all over social media, arguing back and forth with other women they call their ops. It's been crazy. And then she's all at the neighborhood Walmart with her sister, up there fighting the security guard that happened to be an off-duty officer. If you want to hear more about these ridiculous Tasmanian devils, I've said my piece on them in the past. Check out the links below. But let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Do you think they will finally be held accountable this time? Shout out to Walter G. I appreciate you for your support, as well as our brother Dark Power and Savage Beast. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.